To it, everybody, on a Thursday morning. It's great to see you. I'm Rita Garcia.
Good morning. Jacob Rascone here. Samika has the morning off. Elita, I'm going to begin the morning a little random. The moon yesterday, last night, was like so red and little crescent. Was it special, or was I just paying attention for the first time?
You know what? Nothing special about it. But you know what? You always find something, and I love that about you, Jacob. Yes, definitely a beautiful start to the morning. This morning, we're finding that temperature readings are running a little bit warmer compared to yesterday. And as we talked about yesterday, we are going to start to transition into some milder mornings and warmer afternoons. At this hour, temperatures have dropped off from warming yesterday back in the low 80s. We have settled in the upper 50s to low 60s, 68 degrees right now down in Galveston. Got a little bit of fog. Most of the fog this morning has been just east of the Houston area. We've got some fog that's settled in south and east of the Lake Charles area, but things are shaping up to be pretty good start to the morning. Fogcast is indicating that we may see more of this fog spreading westward toward Beaumont, Port Arthur, and up toward the Woodville area. So if your travels this morning are taking you toward Louisiana, be prepared that there could be some fog developing here over the course of the morning and then lifting out by mid to late morning. That will be the pattern. Here is a quick look at temperature readings where you live. Upper 50s to low 60s right now in Brenham. That southerly breeze continuing to bring in the warmth and the humidity. This morning, temperatures are running anywhere between 7 as much as 10 degrees warmer compared to yesterday at this time. We do have a frontal boundary up to the north, but this is going to move through with very little fanfare, and you'll notice that not much of the map is showing any sort of precipitation because there's not really a lot of moisture to work with as far as the system is concerned. Where we have the moisture is down in the eastern Pacific. Off the coast of Mexico. This is Norma. It is now a Category 3 hurricane, a major hurricane. This is going to continue to drift to the north, eventually making landfall sometime over the weekend or even into early next week. But moisture from this and another system that's developing just to the south and east of Norma potentially could become Otis, will eventually send some much needed rain our way, but that's going to hold off until next week. So for today, mix of sun and clouds, more sunshine than cloud cover, and similar to yesterday, we're still in the 80s. We're talking temperature readings today somewhere in the mid to upper 80s, flirting close to 90 degrees, but we'll manage to see some 90s tomorrow. I'll show you those temperatures coming up in just a few minutes, Jacob.
Strohs, let's put it on repeat, shall we? Good morning, everyone. Welcome to your Thursday, Friday Eve. I'm Rita Garcia. Hi,
we made it. Hi. I'm Jacob Rascone, Elita Loresca in. I can't believe we're back in the 90s this week. I'm like upset about that.
Yeah.
I know, you know, typically our last 90-degree reading is usually October 12th, mid-October. We're just going to take it a couple more days longer before we say goodbye to the 90s. I know, I'm sorry. Some of you are like, I'm over the 90s. Some of you are like, yay, 90s. So a little bit of everything for everyone with your 10-day coming up in this half-hour news.
More breaking news from overnight. This time, a 12-year-old girl is expected to be okay after she was trapped under a vehicle that crashed into a southwest Houston area home. You know, also happening today, Houston Mayor Turner will share plans for this year's HEB Thanksgiving Day Parade. It's done, everybody.
Let's keep that momentum going, Strohs. Come on. Happy Thursday morning. I'm Jacob Rascone. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, welcome to it, everybody. I'm Rita Garcia here at the bottom of the hour. Let's kick things off with our meteorologist, Elita Loresca, talking about the temps. It's not too bad out there right now.
Not bad. The Strohs are winning. I think we're winning in the weather department. We've got upper 80s. We're getting close to hitting the 90s tomorrow. Potential for some challenging some records, but some rain back in the forecast. I'll have those details coming up. All right, get ready. We're warming up. We managed to hit the 80s yesterday. We'll do it again today before some near record-breaking temperatures tomorrow and Saturday. I'll have details coming up.
Oh, go Strohs. That's where we're going to welcome you to your Thursday morning friends here at 6 a.m. I'm Rita Garcia.
Come on, Astros. Beat the Rangers. Again, I'm Jacob Rascone. Elita, we love to break records.
Yes.
Let's break temperature
Yes,
records.
let's break temperature records. Yes. Yes, why not? In the low 60s. Notice over the last 24 hours, temperatures have not dropped all that much. That breeze out of the south really limiting our cool down this morning, as much as 10 degrees warmer compared to yesterday at this time. And with that added humidity this morning, we're tracking some fog. We've got a little bit of fog cropping up toward Wharton and Fort Bend County. That visibility down to about a mile in Wharton, but even worse out toward Beaumont, near zero there at the observation site. So I just want you to know it's not widespread this morning, but in case you do encounter some of that fog, make sure you have those low beams on. Here's here's a look at those temperatures that I just mentioned, 50s and 60s, 61 degrees currently in Pasadena, not just Houston, checking in on the warm side. It's running about 4 degrees warmer in Pasadena, 10 degrees warmer in Cleveland. We do have a front. This is eventually going to slide through later on today. We will see a little bit of a change in the humidity levels first thing out the door for Friday. Unfortunately, that wind shift for Friday is going to push temperatures tomorrow close to 90 degrees, but really no rain in the forecast for us coming up here with that front. Look for temperature readings in the mid to upper 80s. We'll talk more in detail when the rain does return, coming up in just a few minutes.
6:01 right now, and you may have missed it while you were sleeping, but the Astros are staying alive in the ALCS.
Come on, as expected, they won the road game, beating the Rangers 8-5. ABC 13's Adam Winkler is in Arlington.
Happening today, you could meet your next or new boss. ABC 13 is hosting a Who's Hiring at Minute Maid Park. I don't see any wind out there. We'll have to confirm that with Elita. But anyway, I'm Rita Garcia.
Good morning. We made it. It's Thursday. I'm Jacob Rascone. Good morning to the pollen.
I was like,
my gosh.
Oh, is that a new person?
Our favorite
New person,
viewer,
pollen.
always
Pollen.
there.
No, that's the pesky viewer. No wind. Let's talk about the current weather conditions. Not bad. It's a clear start to the morning. I know I've been monitoring a little bit of fog out there. It's kind of been in and out, not seeing any more of that fog out toward Wharton and Fort Bend County. That is lifted. Maybe a little bit of fog out toward Beaumont. Otherwise, great visibility regardless of where you are this morning. Here is a look at temperatures this morning, running a little bit warmer. Not only are we seeing some warmer temperatures, but also some higher moisture levels, so higher dew point temperatures. So compared to yesterday, the dew point temperatures are higher. The higher the number means that we've got more moisture in the atmosphere and it's feeling a little bit more humid. But don't worry, we've got relief from that humidity as this front will be working its way through the area later on today. Now, this front is not going to bring us any huge changes. We don't have a temperature drop or any precipitation with this front, but it will offer that humidity drop that should come overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. You will feel that for your Friday. For your Thursday, though, the humidity does pick up quite a bit this morning, and then by the afternoon, temperatures in the mid to upper 80s. I think the record today at Bush Airport is safe, but tomorrow and Saturday may not be so much. We'll talk about those record temperatures coming up in just a few minutes.
33, the Astros 1 win away from evening up the ALCS with the Rangers.
Very nice. I'm liking this fancy graphic here. So tonight in Game 4, Jose Urquidy will start. Here's the impressive end to Game 3. Charlie, thanks. More breaking news from overnight to tell you about a fiery end to a police chase that happened in Southwest Houston. You can see here Sky Eye 13 captured the video from 59 near West Park. ABC 13's Courtney Carpenter live for us. You know, I'll be honest, and I feel guilty for hitting the snooze button oftentimes, Elita. I mean, you know, it's one of those things of like, okay, now it is time to get up. I know you know what I'm talking about.
Yep. By 1 o'clock, I'm like, all right, out of bed. Otherwise, for today, we've got a temperature change this morning. You'll notice where we've got the warm side of that temperature change south of a front. Behind the front, we've got some cooler conditions. We'll get a little bit of a cool down, not a huge one, once the front slides through sometime today. I think what will be more noticeable by tomorrow morning is the drop in humidity. Doesn't quite feel refreshing this morning, but once that front slides through, we'll get more of a northwest wind blowing, and that's going to be some drier air. So expect a refreshingly cool start to wake up to on Friday. 61 degrees out the door on this Thursday morning. A beautifully lit downtown this morning. I think we're in for a pretty nice sunrise. Those of you down along the coastline, equally as nice. Temperature readings a little bit milder with temperature readings in the upper 60s there. A nice calm breeze. We've been monitoring some fog. We do have some fog, a little bit of fog in Wharton County, maybe a little bit of fog around the bay. Nothing widespread this morning, and any fog that does form will be lifting out mid to late morning as soon as the sun comes up. Speaking of the sun coming up, once the sun comes up, we are going to see some rapid warming across the area. Upper 80s to low 90s with that southwest breeze. 86 degrees today in Houston, Pearland with 88. Notice the temperature readings fall overnight. We will be dipping temperatures in the mid to upper 50s, so a touch cooler compared to this morning with that northwest breeze. But we do have some changes on the way. We stay dry through the weekend, and then next week we slowly start to see rain chances building, peaking between Wednesday through Friday next week as we monitor a couple of tropical features here along the coastline of Mexico over the eastern Pacific. This moisture is going to eventually converge over Mexico, sending some rain into Texas eventually as we get into next week. Combine that with the front, and a lot of that moisture is going to be pooling overhead. So right now, there's still some uncertainty as to who's going to see some of the highest rainfall totals, but just know that we've got some changes on the way. So enjoy the dry, the warmer.
Happening today, the 60-year-old who's accused in Tupac Shakur's murder goes before a judge.
That and much more coming up in your day ahead. We'll be right back after this.
Very good. Well, we've got a lot more to talk about here on our 24/7 stream when we see you at the top of the hour at 7 a.m. Stay with us.
We'll be right back after this. Go Astros, beat the